Hi guys, how you doing? I hope everything is great for you. So, I'm about to attempt something. I'm going to explain you another part of the dimensional system, which is the segmentation. Okay? But this part actually I explain it to you because I think the public I have will be interested by this. But from a 10th dimension point of view, so the point of view we have when we want to create a structure which is going to be harmonious even at really high levels or dimension like the 22nd dimension, the 22nd dimension. So it is a point of view in which you really include in your vision the knowledge about how the universe stabilizes themselves. So a universe can be understood as a metastructure which holds different vision of itself inside of it in a condensated form, which we can call worlds. So in a musical universe, for example, there will be different worlds, different genres. Genre. I don't know how we say that properly in English. I think it's something like that. Genre. Something like this. And in our universe, there is different worlds. There is the world of the microbes, the world of the humans and the animals, and many other worlds. There is the worlds of the galaxy. Galaxy, they get born, they have a birth, they die, they live, they exchange particles, and themselves are going to do something else on another level. So a universe basically holds different worlds inside of it, and each world is a vision of the universe in which it is contained. That's why the worlds in the musical universe will be worlds of music, or worlds made of things that gravitate around music. So, when we channel this kind of knowledge, I want to say, but I can get more clear. The fact is that to be able to channel this kind of knowledge, you have to vibrate at a certain frequency, and to do this, you have to really have strong desires inside of you, because this light I perceive through this channeling is a really high light. That means that you have a kind of compensation to give. You give a lot of time and a lot of presence to be able to channel this knowledge. And as you get more present to yourself, more calm, your aspiration change. So first of all, the system is meant to help humans to organize themselves. It is something that once it is handled, and I'm doing the work for it to be handled by the majority of person. Like I do it in many ways, but those videos are one of the ways. This channel is to make you able to use it. So in this context, I would not speak about the segmentation so soon. I would speak about other aspects. But as I'm talking to people who just want to have a grab on it for their personal use, because you can use the dimensional system as a system to expand your consciousness or your awareness of yourself and the world. You can expand your well-being in any area of the life. It is really a system that helps to create and understand the world or create structures. So it can help you structure in your life, structure in your goals, structure in anything, and understanding also all the things that maybe make you suffer or block you on your path. So this has a personal use. And in this context, in the context of giving it to people for you using it for a personal use, it is really interesting to talk about the segmentation now, at this moment, because it is really close from the individual persons. So here we go. Let's go. And yeah, I have explained you all of this because It's really the first time I'm going to go deep inside of this segmentation, which is something that I understand intuitionally or instinctively because I've channeled the package of information as light inside of me. So I already understand it, like, because it has melted a little bit with the core of my structure that makes me able to understand. You got me? Like we could say that it has melted a little bit with my soul, we're gonna say. So anyway, I feel it instinctively, like a mother feels its child, or like a musician feels its own creation. It's a little bit the same way. So I didn't have to go deep inside of it to understand it. But now I'm going to do it verbally to explain it to you. So let's go. Segmentation is about segmenting the different part of the system. So the first segment is the individual one, or the psychological one. It contains, so this is from the point of view of an individual, of a human. How does he experience the world? This is what we're talking about right now. So the first dimensions, the one being its body, the three being its world, and the two being the links between its body and its world around. You understand me? This is about what is individual or psychological. So it means that we can use the knowledge which is inside of those dimensions and use their way of creating, of manipulating reality to to ameliorate one's individual life or one's psychology, or to help understanding individuals and their psychology, or to create structures that will help growing the psychology of individuals, or expanding or bettering their capacities as individuals. It's all about this, individuals and psychology. And this is really wide because its dimensional system is a holistic system, so it has some rivers that goes outside of it in all the directions which could be possible or we could imagine. It really applies to everything that exists. It is a knowledge which is partially contained in the sixth dimension of knowledge, what I've been telling you about other universal intelligence, but the most of this is in the 10th dimension, which is the space between the universes. It holds a meta understanding, a meta comprehension of the world, which is really more intuitive and instinctive, in which you don't need to always think in words. You perceive and feel most of the things that you perceive from this field of knowledge. And also you see them visually inside of you in your inner space with your inner eye, or the eye of your attention. So it makes you able to see really quickly really complex structures and wide structures, and at one time having a perception of the macro level but also the micro level on one instance side. Okay, so I think I will stop here because it was a presentation of the segmentation, so it's great like that. And you have the first part, the individual psychologic. I'm gonna develop a little bit. So what I mean by individual, collective, sociologic, or spiritual, and mystic. Those are the upper dimensions. I don't write them because it's infinite. I stop at 8, but it continues, it goes on. You remember that this is a sphere, a dense sphere. This is the body of the individual. This is what surrounds the sphere, like the light around the suns, for example, and this would be the suns, or the warmth around your body, or your feelings, for example. This is what is around the sphere. It's like a gaze, we could say. Okay? And the sphere is like ice. Okay? Now it would even be the sphere is ice, this is water, and this is gas. The last one is gas, okay? And the last one is about the spiritual or the mystic. But the last one is what is around the sphere and the frontier. So the last one is energy, which is expanding. So it is more about magnetic fields, vibrations. It is really more wide as a structure, and it contains more parts. So it has different specified parts inside of it. Or we could also say systems into its system, microsystem into a macro system. This is what is all about this place here. So I will let you understand in it instinctively or intuitionally. I can tell you that they step on the toes of each other, those dimensions here, those spheres, because there is 3 dimensions in each sphere, so it's not dimension, it's segmentation. The segmentations, they step on the toes of each another, just a little bit. You see, 60% is 6 in the collective or sociologic, and 40% of the 6 is in the spiritual or mystic, because you need some knowledge to attain those places. But also at one time you need to let go of the knowledge you have and experience fully the reality you are in to really attain that deeper knowledge or deeper state of experiencing. And here we see that the 3rd dimension is 50% in the first segmentation, and